Hey everybody, you probably know that Spiel des Jahres award nominees are out there and the award-winning ceremony will take place July 13th. So I've got the nominees list right here. I'm going to walk through them briefly and then give you my pick. Who do I think is going to win Game of the Year, Spiel des Jahres, which is that kind of family-friendly Game of the Year 2025. Okay, so let's jump into it. The first nominee is Bomb Busters by Hisashi Hayashi. This is put out by Pegasus Spiel and Cocktail Games. It is a cooperative bomb disposal with brains for 2 to 5 people aged 10 and over. I think the appeal here is the cooperative nature of this game. 2 to 5 players is a great scale, 2 to 5 players for a family-friendly game. And I think that this is that kind of deduction, giving information, trying to figure out what you're trying to dispose of and not trying to clip the wire that will explode the bomb. I found this game to be incredibly challenging, and I am more than 10 years old. So for me, in a 2-player and a 3-player, to find this particularly challenging, I imagine with even more up to the 5, it can be that much more, like troublesome or cumbersome or challenging to really figure out what your scenario is and how to dispose of your bomb carefully. So I found this very fascinating, very appealing. Again, I think the cooperative nature is dynamite here. The next one is Flip 7 by Erik Olsen, put out by Cosmos and the OP Games. This is Casino Flair at the kitchen table for 3 to 18 people, aged 8 and over. No joke. The rulebook actually says if you have more than 18 people, play with 2 decks of cards, play with 2 games. And I'm like, 18 people? Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to play this with 18 people. I don't even know if I know 18 people, but this has a really, really fun, silly feel to it. Like when you're playing, you're pressing your luck, trying to get flipped a card. One person's going to be the dealer. They're going to say, do you want to hit? Do you want to stay? And essentially, if you say, I'm out, you get to bank your cards and protect your cards, and you're going to score them. If you'd like a hit, though, you're still in the round, and you're going to get a card. And you want numbers that are not the same. And there are other cards in the deck that will change things up, that will give you a free kind of safety play, that might give you bonus points or multiplication points. But there are essentially, it's like the 1-1, there's 1-0 even. 2 2s, 3 3s, 4 4s, 5 5s, so on. So the bigger the number is, which gives you more points, the likelier it is that you're going to bust, which is by getting the same exact number in your card display in front of you. So a lot of fun, a lot of silliness. When I played, I didn't stop laughing. I was honestly having a lot of fun. So this is fast, it's fun. A lot of people can play this. Anybody can jump in and learn it in no time. And then the last one is Krakel Orakel by 7 Bazis, put out by Top. And it says the art of drawing the right lines for 2 to 8 people aged 8 and over. Now, this is the one game I could not, out of all the Spiel des Jahres and the Kennerspiel games that were nominated, that I could not get my hands on. Now, I will read to you this. It is a cooperative drawing game for people who can't draw. Every player gets a dry erase pen and a board that has random lines on it. At the start of each round, each player gets a card with a word on it, and they have to draw it on their board, but only by drawing where the lines exist on their player board. They have to find the image inside the lines. When everyone's done, as many cards as there are players are shuffled into the cards originally dealt to every player. These cards are spread out on the table openly, face up, and each player in turn order will choose a word they think that nobody drew on their board. So they're looking at all the pictures and they're saying, this one isn't out here. Once everyone's had a turn, only the words that were originally dealt should remain on the table, so any face-up card that was not drawn by anyone is a mistake. After 4 rounds, the group wins if they have made fewer mistakes than there are players. There's 2 different levels of difficulty. I want to play this game so bad. This game sounds fantastic. I think it sounds great. The image drawing, the fact that it's kind of abstract, the eliminating things reminds me a lot of So Clover, where you've got extra cards in there and you're trying to figure out, oh, does this word fit in here? Or none of these words are associated with this person's player board. And I think So Clover is fantastic, and that is also a cooperative game. So for me, there are 3 nominees here that are quite strong. This is the Spiel des Jahres 2025 nominees. Now, I will say, last year's winner shocked me. Sky Team shocked me as the family game of the year. A 2-player, heavier game than the light games that have been picked in the past. Dorf Romantic, the board game. Cascadia, previous winner. Micro Macro Crime City. Pictures, Just One. These are lighter games. Some of them cooperative, some competitive. So for me, if I'm going with what I think I know from last year, if I'm going from what I think would be a great maybe entry level or family-friendly game that has a nice scale of people, that has a nice table feel and replayability, I feel like Krakel Orakel might have it. Now that's strange that I'm picking the game that I haven't actually played, but based on the description, based on the gameplay, I think it has a strong chance of winning. I think Bomb Busters, 2 to 5 people, good cooperative game, but I'm thinking it might be just a titch too challenging, and maybe that's just my group. Maybe we were just not very good communicators. And I think Flip 7 might be too light. It might be too wild. It might be too zany. It might be too lucky. There might be too much, I don't know, like craziness happening. And so with the cooperative nature, 2 to 8 people, Krakel Orakel, I think it has a lot of replayability and it has a lot of dynamic memories to be made. Like you'll be, remember that time we did this? Remember when we played that? Remember when you drew this? And then everybody got it wrong? I don't know. I think it has, and I think it might have the it. So for me, I'm going to say Krakel Orakel takes it. Yeah! We'll see. I've not been too great at my at my guesses, but I think it stands a really good chance. The others are great games too, and the recommendations are fantastic. So I'm going to get this in the description and at the end of this video so you can see those. And definitely stay tuned for my follow-up video of the Kenner Spiel games of the year. Those are going to be for the kind of like gamer, the strategy gamer, a little bit more seasoned expert gamer games. And you're going to get those, my pick for that nominee in the next video. So again, stay tuned and look for those winners on July 13th. All right, folks, I'll see you next time.